Hey guys, welcome back. The last month or so has been pretty challenging with everything in the garden, but we're not giving up. And I say we because if you're also thinking, why did I do this? Why did I start gardening? That is okay. We are all at some point thinking the same thing, but we are going to get through this before the heat of the day. I am out here super early. It is around six something in the morning, close to seven now, but I have been setting up so that we can get some seed starting done. I have quite a bit of seeds up here. We'll throw some pictures up. Mosquitoes are already trying to get me, so we're going to try and get this done as quickly as possible. So now you may have already seen or heard that I have a lot of fails in the garden recently. My tomatoes were decimated by the heat and I was neglecting them for a little while, so I need to go ahead and get some more tomatoes back in the garden. So I need to go grab those. Hold on. I have some tomatoes that I am going to go ahead and put back into the garden. I have the San Marzano. Well, I have a lot of them. I have Cherokee tomato, which is this interesting seed packet that I found at one of my local nurseries. I'm not even sure if you can get it anywhere else. It's cherry tomato. I didn't try it this past tomato starting session, but I'm gonna try it now. I have Rainbow Blend, Cherokee Purple, the San Marzano 2 from Johnny's, Yellow Brandywine from Johnny's, Mountain Magic as well from Johnny's. So I'm gonna get these started. I might put these in separate containers because I'm not doing a whole lot of the tomatoes and they're gonna grow fairly quickly. So I might just do 4-inch containers for these. I did cut up one of my 24 cell tray, which has been serving me really well because part of the problem is when you start gardening, you don't realize that you want things to be separate so that you can do them in groups of 4 or 6. But when you have a solid 24 cell tray, a lot of times the things that we want to put in there, maybe a mix of things. We don't have a ginormous garden so that we can grow as much as we want, right? So because of that, when I got the 24 cell tray, I wanted to mix and match, but it's really challenging to do that if they don't have the same growing capacity or growing um, behavior. You want to be able to just be able to take it out and remove it from the humidity once it's time. So just keep that in mind. So I think I'm going to decide. I think I'll do my tomatoes and these cells right here because I don't know if I'll need because this takes a lot more soil and I don't have that much. So I might not do the 4 cells until I get these filled up. Once I get the small cells filled up, we'll see what we have afterwards. But I'm definitely going to put the tomatoes in the 4 cells and just put 1 or 2 of each in these right here. So we'll do the tomatoes real quick. I'm going to get everything filled in regardless. This is very dry soil, so what I'm going to do is water it. It is not pot, it's not any type of seed starting mix, but I did sift it prior um, before. So it's going to be a little bit on the chunkier side, but I'm not too concerned. Some of the things I do have, I'm going to start out in the garden, like my cucumbers, which I do not have right here, but I will start those out in the garden directly because I've noticed that they like to be grown in the garden. And it's much easier and faster for them to do their thing out there. So I think that's pretty good. It's a little too wet, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather it be too wet than too dry. You definitely don't want it to be this chunky, but I've used this kind of stuff before. When you have no money, you kind of just do what you got to do. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start with this cherry tomato because it's annoying. All right, so let's go ahead and get just one going. It's kind of odd it's coated, but it doesn't even look anywhere remotely to what normal tomato seeds look like. Like, I'm just going to kind of zhuzh stuff out the way. Then I'm going to just go across this way. So we're just going to zigzag. So let's be technically, no, I'm going to do fours. I have to remember they're in cells of four. I might not need to use all four blocks, 3 blocks of four. I won't have to do that. And now I'm going to do these 2 cells below it. Ooh, the sun is already starting to get me. It's already not good. Crazy hot already. It is only 7 and it is 72 degrees outside. So I did these 2 already. And then I need to get these 3 already. Then I need to get these other 3. And that looks like it might be a viable seed, but I'm not. I am really looking forward to the Cherokee purple because it looks like an accordion, like a Shar decided to be a tomato. So I'm super looking forward to seeing what that actually looks like when it grows, if it grows, to complete size. Okay, so I did my 12 tomatoes. And I didn't have to use all the cell block. I don't know what would match the tomatoes. And I don't want to mess the cells up to like nothing to be there. So what I think I'm gonna do is maybe some bok choy. 'Cause I'm not gonna use a whole lot of bok choy. I'm gonna do 4 bok choy. There we go. So that should be good for those guys. And I'm just gonna cover them up a little bit. Only needs to be 1/4 of an inch. And if you think about it, 1/4 of an inch is about a pencil eraser, like a regular pencil eraser-ish. Maybe a little less actually. So I probably do less than do more soil because you want to at least give it the chance to make it to the surface. So if all the energy they have in their little cell is enough to get to the surface, the smaller they are, the more shallow they have to be, the less energy they are storing in their little shells. So you just want to make sure that you're giving them the best opportunity to break through the surface. And it can be really hard trying to figure that balance out, but it's always better to do less than to do more, which seems to be kind of like the whole mantra of life. Less is more. Okay, so I'm going to do the Piccadilly and the Copenhagen together in a 4 cell. I'm going to do the Copenhagen first. It's about 66 days to harvest, so we'll see how that works. I'm only going to do 2 of them, and then we'll do this one, which is Piccadilly. So we'll do the iceberg and the crisp, summer crisp lettuce. Ooh, these people, this is giant. Okay, this needs to go probably way more than just, wow, it's just 1/8 of an inch. They are coated, so maybe that might be why. Anyway, I can definitely see these white things. It's crazy. Okay, these are massive. Okay, so those are done. And then I'm gonna do my romaine. Um, so then I have one 4 cell right here, which I'm going to do both the cauliflower, zucchini, and squash. Okay, and the Brussels sprouts. So I'll start with the cauliflowers as the top two. And this says how deep, 1/4 of an inch. So probably all will be about the same. So just right on top. Maybe we'll actually get some because those cabbage moths were awful. And some people suggest starting them in the fall because the pest pressure won't be as bad. I do need to get a better system to cover them up during spring, which I think will eliminate that issue altogether because I don't really have any other types of pests other than that. But I definitely need to do something. Oh, I love how big this thing is. Okay, so we're just gonna stick, it's probably crazy that I'm sticking this in here, but we're gonna stick 2 of them in here. Some people like to snip the ends because that'll help it to the water to get in them sooner, and then you'll get better germination maybe. I've never tried it, at least I don't think I have. They come up pretty easy as long as your soil, your medium is nice and damp, then you won't have to worry about them drying out. You just want to make sure you start yourself up for success. And then this is the Brussels sprouts. We're only going to have 2 of them, but that's okay. I did not do okra this year, which is actually kind of sad when I think about it. But okra is a beast. And I'm probably just going to leave them outside, actually. I don't need to put them in the grow room or anything. I'm just going to seal the lid on them pretty good so it doesn't blow away. So I'm going to put some of these in the cell, and then some of them are going to direct sow because I think that'll hopefully divide and conquer. It'll give me the best ability to get all the things I want in life. So I have the yellow watermelon. This one's going to be probably what, 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Okay, we're going to put 2 in each cell just to increase our odds to be in our favor. And this one was the golden honey watermelon. It's yellow flesh on the inside. It's about 85 days. So hopefully we'll get something. I've got some delicious 51 cantaloupe. These are older seeds. I don't realize how many seeds come in a packet, and I feel like it's like I just wouldn't use them all by the time the thing expires. So I try to use extra just to get them out of the way in like a couple years. Oh, this has got to be 1 inch. Yeah, this is 1 inch. I do have to kind of shove this one in here. I can put them down here. So I'm going to cover everything from here to there, and I am low on soil. So I got this for, was it Mother's Day? I think it was for Mother's Day. I have yet to try it out because you need something a little bit more lofty than. So I got this, and I'm super excited. So, so now that we're done with getting all of our seeds in the trays, I still need to cover the last half of the tray. I'm gonna go scavenge some soil somewhere and put it on top because, yeah, that's life. But I got this Johnny's Selected Seeds soil blocker, and I have yet to try it, and I want to try it so bad, but I have to have money for soils. Hopefully I'm going to get the medium that I need. So you want it to be like it stay like you go to the beach and you put up sand castles. You want it to be firm like that. So I need to get something that doesn't have a lot of chunky bits in it, like really sift it out really well, and then I can try this out. But I'm hoping I can try this out with a lot of different plants like strawberries, lettuce, all the little things because they're really small. I think they were, what size was this? I want to say it was like a 3/4 of an inch, maybe. I want to say 3/4 of an inch, but I'm super excited. Oh my God, I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. So I cannot wait to give this a go. If you have any comments or suggestions on what to use or how to use it, I know there's plenty of videos out there, but I would love to hear your suggestions, and I would go check those out to see if I can be successful with soil blocks because I am not the hugest fan of all the plastic containers that I am collecting and having to pitch and throw away. So we'll see. Look at all these chunky bits. None of these chunky bits are good for your seeds because if the poor little thing is underneath this, it's not going to make it. That's a little bit better than what it was. We'll just throw those little pieces that I missed out. But that's pretty good. I think that looks really nice. Okay, we're just gonna give it a nice little mist. And I actually kind of like this. So this right here is, I don't know what it is, hi-fi, whatever. I don't remember where we got this from, but I think it was online, probably Amazon. And it just gives like a nice mist. This nozzle piece can come off so it's smaller, so you don't have to have it like way out here. But it's good to reach in far back places if you don't have enough room to pour your spout. I don't always use it because once the plants get old enough, I just use a regular spout. But this should be good for right now. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna put this on here. We have decided on a few things we're gonna direct sow into the garden. We're gonna do Copenhagen cabbage out in the garden. We're gonna do cucumber market more. I've heard of this one. People say it's pretty good. We're also gonna do a little bit more romaine, and then I'm gonna try my little heart out with the luffa. I killed it last year, and I don't know why. Like it was in the ground. It was the vines kept growing, but the little flowers and the little thingies just kept falling off. And it kept dying. So we'll see if I can do it this year. A lot of these are between 60 to 100 or something days, but this one is probably the longest. I'm not sure we'll make it because it's up to 200 days for maturity. Paris Island romaine and the Copenhagen, I think, will be the best in this bed, along with I wanted to, yeah, along with, yeah, no, yeah. So I think that should be good for those. And the loofah and the other one are going to go in the big one because they are vining. So we're going to try that out. All right, so I kind of zhuzhed this around a little bit. I have peppers in the back, not too worried about that. So I'm going to, this might be kind of nice for the peppers a little bit to get a little reprieve from the sun. So having some cabbage in here will probably benefit them pretty well. I'm going to move some of this stuff out. And per usual, I am probably doing this all wrong. Okay, and they need to be about a ½ inch deep. I'm going to cover over these guys with a little mound of soil. I think this is 1/4 of an inch. So we're just going to I'm going to put one on each, two on each side actually. There's not that many in here, so it works out perfect. I have two. So one right here, kind of move these things out the way. One right next to it. And then two on the other side. Cover these guys up wherever we think they are. I also did it right over on this side as well. Just kind of zhuzhing stuff out there. And then we're just going to water them all in. I really want to get zucchini this year. I'm going to probably do a yellow and the green. I might even do this bush one as well. So we're gonna risk it for everything. And I keep getting squirrels throwing their peanuts everywhere. I also want to actually put a zucchini in the corners. So I'm gonna put them in the corners. Okay, so these have to be about 1 inch for all of them. So pull this grass up a little. Maybe we'll remember where they are, but we certainly will once they come up. All right, guys. So we have gotten a lot done today. Feeling pretty good. Still need to water everything, but so far so good. I was able to get quite a bit things in the soil cell trays, and I was able to do a little bit of not really chaos gardening, but just throwing some things out into the garden and just hoping for some good results. I am not always the best with planning everything to the T, but we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated. And I hope everyone is able to get out in their garden. I am starving for breakfast. Hopefully, I can get some good omelets ready to go. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, get out into your favorite space, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.